Alright guys, happy Thursday. This is just a reminder that yesterday your poetry assessment was due. It is your first major grade of this grading period. Remember, you can use your poetry review from Tuesday, so make sure that that gets done ASAP. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about elements of a screenplay or a script before we get too much into our multi-genre project. So I want to make sure that we have all of these notes. So these notes really came from an article called The 5 Elements of a Great Screenplay. So if you click on the bubble, it'll take you to the article if you want a little bit more information. But the 5 major elements that make up a great screenplay are character, their wants and needs, the plot, the way you structure it, and then of course conflict and resolution. So just some notes. When you write a play, you always need to figure out who that character is. They are your protagonist, what makes them believable. In addition to that, what is going to be their journey, their internal journey or their external journey? What do they want? What do they need? What motivates them? What emotions influence the way that they behave? Then you have your plot, which is, of course, your series of events, right? Why does this all happen? What's the bigger picture? And then you think about structure. Which events are going to take place at the beginning? Which one would be best at the middle? So on and so forth. Think about how you build suspense and interest. Then, of course, conflict and resolution. What's the tension, right? What makes it challenging? Are they between people? Are they between certain situations? Is it about survival? Is it about relationships? Remember that your conflict will always drive your plot. So there should be some sort of change, right? That's going to be part of your resolution and how the story or the tension is resolved. So when writing a script, you have to include these 4 things. There should always be dialogue, and your characters' names should be in bold so we know who's speaking. You should have a scene or an act. So is there one act? Is there multiple? How many scenes are there? Think about where the transition happens. If you're watching a movie, a lot of the times the picture changes or the location changes. So that would be where your scenes or your acts would change. You should always have some sort of stage directions. Typically, they also will start at the beginning, right, where you give us a little bit about what's taking place, where's the setting, what's kind of going on maybe off stage. And then you have character notes, which should be parenthetical, and they should be next to the character's name. And there are directions for that character, or they may be emotion or attitude or action oriented. So we're going to practice in your writer's notebook for today. So if you click on this link, it will take you straight to your writer's notebook. Everything has been unsubmitted, and you should have your new slide. For the template, it should be slide 12. Here's mine. Sorry about that. So in mine, I gave you a copy of the first scene or the first page in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's super short. It's only about a page and a half in case you want an example. But it introduces some major characters. You can see the stage directions at the beginning. It also gives a little bit of background information that we might need. So your task today is to create a short scene that uses dialogue and stage directions to show the personalities of your characters. It could be funny, it could be sad, it could be silly, but if you want, you can also dramatize something funny, or like, let's say you like SNL, you can kind of translate one of those skits into dialogue or a script. If you can't think of anything on your own, whatever you'd like. If there's a show that you're watching, pick a 30-second clip and translate it into a script in your notebook page, whatever works for you. I decided to talk about Parenthood. It's a 1-act play. So this is something that would most likely happen in my life. So mom comes home from work, the sounds of dogs barking, a TV show blaring on the TV, children are running around in the living room. So mom walks in door, hey everyone, I'm home. 4-year-old, my 4-year-old, mommy, runs, she hugs me. The 10-year-old runs upstairs, doesn't say anything, but 2 seconds later runs downstairs as I'm asking everybody, how's everybody's day? Nobody says anything. The 10-year-old says, wait, what's for dinner? I'm a mom, so I'm going to typically do a mom joke. Food. Laugh to myself. The 10-year-old runs upstairs. The 4-year-old at this point is painting, and she's painting everything but the paper. So mom stares at her messy kitchen. Well, I guess I'll make dinner. Then trips and falls on blocks that are in the middle of the living room. End of play, right? So my characters, you can see the mom, you can see my 2 children. You can see their different personalities. My 10-year-old is too cool for school, and she like never wants to listen to me or talk to me. But my 4-year-old is just goofy. She loves me, but she's also in her own world doing her own thing. So this one doesn't necessarily have a conflict per se, unless you talk about maybe the tension between the mom and the 10-year-old, or at the end, the tumble to the floor, right? Plus all the chaos that surrounds the situation. So just practice, just try. It doesn't have to be perfect, but then submit it for sure as soon as you can. All right, that's all we're going to practice for today. And then tomorrow we'll move forward with looking at how we're going to get into our multi-genre project. All right, have a great day. I hope you are able to join us on Zoom, and I'll talk to you later.